support and Vanguard mains and people that let your team down, welcome. Welcome to today's video. What's your main say about you? Now, me personally, I don't have a main. I am learning how to play any and every character so far, except tank, okay? Alright, and yes, I do DPS sometimes, but we all know support and Vanguard are the bench back. The bone, the back, the spine of every team, right? Without a good tank and a good support, there is no team, okay? Now that being said, I usually, when it comes, I have like a couple mains in every category, right? I want to be a Magneto main for Vanguard. For DPS is very tricky considering how many there is to pick. And for support, I want to be a Luna Snow main, and I have been so far, okay? And it's been really fun. But man, if I tell you these DPSs, I swear, like these DPSs is just, So, that being said, let's go ahead and get right into the video, shall we?
Says about you, Adam Warlock. You like the idea of playing a healer, but you want that big playmaking potential that you can only get by reviving almost your entire team in one go and winning the game in a crazy photo finish. Oh, how you pray for that big revive ult every single game. You enjoy the fact that Adam
I want to try Adam Warlock, but every time I like looked at him and his kit, I'm like, I think he's a good character. He's not a good support. He's a good backup support, right? You need to have a main healing support and then have him as the back one. Because he does very good combination with Star-Lord and I forgot whoever else it was. But yeah, go with him. Like I said, he's a good support, but he's a good support, you know? He's a good support healer. He's good for, you know, because I don't feel like he does enough healing in general for the whole team. Like if it was just one Adam Warlock as support and I know there was nobody else, then I'd question it. If you have another support with you, then I wouldn't. You know what I mean? Yes. Yeah, you were here for my drug stream. But we'll keep the chatter to the low because we're recording. Yeah, so that's what I think. Honestly, he's a good support main. Though I do want to try him, and I love the meme of don't be rash now.
is a little bit more complex than certain other healers we could mention, and you enjoy watching it all come together in the heat of combat for satisfying, well-earned dubs. Black Panther. If you're a Black Panther main, I think there's a pretty good chance you're actually solid at the game and know how to play very well. You make it a personal mission.
Whoa, what is up with the quality change? Excuse me? I did not have you for 40p or give me back 1,000.
Life to dive into the backfield as often as you can to harass the enemy team like they've never been harassed before.
I just know
you don't focus so much on
lot.
trying to get kills as much as you do trying to be a giant pain in the ass, and unfortunately for the other team, you're good at what you do. Black Widow. One of two things is true. Either number one, you know that Black Widow ain't very good and that you could probably double your kill count by just swapping over to Hawkeye, but you don't because you feel you have something to prove and want to do just as well without the bow-wielding bastard. Or number two, you just really like the view from back there. Either way, though, understandable.
I kind of want to play Black Widow, not for any particular reason besides just out of spite. I want to do good with her just because I really like shooting snipers, and I want to do good with a bad character just to say the extra fuck you to. You did very well as a Hawkeye. Listen, okay? Listen, alright? You may think I did good with a Hawkeye as a game, okay? Which I don't think I did, right? Me personally, I don't think I did. What I am trying to do right now, right? What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do this good again, alright? I miss this, alright? I miss being this good of a Hawkeye player. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I miss this. I could have been this. I was hitting every shot. And now I can't. I can't do that again. I just can't. I can't pull these numbers no more. It was a one and done, a one hit wonder. Right? It was here and now it's gone. And now it's just somebody that I used to know, okay? Okay, alright, I'm gonna so whenever I see somebody compliment my Hawkeye I'm like, I am just a shadow of what I used to be.
Captain America. So many people
Played him
out there
once.
already
Couldn't
named
understand him.
Doctor Strange and the Hulk. You just wanted to see what else was out there. And honestly, respect. Your dubs are hard fought and well earned. You're always super eager to try and get a deflection kill via your shield, and even though you almost never do, you still have fun trying, and that's what matters.
Wow.
Cloak and Dagger. There's the casual Cloak and Dagger players who hop onto the character just
Sammy.
to F around and give their team a second healer.
Sammy.
And then there's you. You delight in the challenge of
never
knowing
played Cloak and
exactly
Dagger.
when to switch back and forth
I used
between
my
each
teammate.
character, when to heal,
them a
when to
lot.
damage, when to buff, when to debuff. There's an unspoken art to it all that many people don't realize, but you truly enjoy trying to master it. And hey man, as long as you keep the heals coming, I fully support you and your weird min-maxing defense offense shenanigans. Go crazy. Doctor Strange. I'd say the odds are pretty good that you were a Reinhardt main and over.
I have tasted greatness. I can no longer stomach mediocrity.
Overwatch, and you thought to yourself, I'm not gonna learn a new character, I'm just picking this guy. And for the most part, it worked out for you. Oh sure, you've probably screwed up the occasional portal, but hey, who hasn't? You keep that big shield up in front of me and all is forgiven. Groot. Honestly, Groot mains are pretty based, and there's nothing better than having an awesome one on your team. Even though most players will waste their big healing walls by throwing them up in front of the enemy team, blessed be the sneaky
real
Groots
Groot
who
players
hide
are
their healing
scary.
walls and go hard on the
Yeah.
enemy team and wind up with truly nutty damage dealt and blocked. Hawkeye.
even that.
Odds are you got one shot.
It's just that the amount of healing those walls give are crazy to get them like what 400 extra health on top. 400 extra health on top is crazy for a tank, considering it's a regeneration too. It's just and then also if you notice, if he hits you and you're near a wall, the wall will hit you too, which is double stacking the damage.
Shot in a game of quick play by an enemy
Groot's
Hawkeye
crazy.
who ended up popping off, and you thought to yourself, hey, that could be me. I could be the one to ruin somebody else's day.
I was.
Truth be told, you
I
probably don't
was.
even know that Hawkeye has a triple arrow attack in
It's
his
shit.
kit. Wouldn't make a difference either way, though. It's about as useful as giving a fish a sewing machine. Your day of reckoning will come one day, oh Hawkeye main. But until then, I will eagerly post-game thumbs up any and every duelist main on my team that hunts you down at the back of the map like the dirty, dirty dog you are. Hella. Look, I know that
Yeah.
Hella mains are also in the business of ruining other people's day, but hey, at least you don't play Hawkeye. That counts for me. All right, how about this? I'll look the other way about your point-and-click easy mode gameplay adventure loop if you just help me target the enemy team Iron Man. You get that 1%
Yes.
playboy bastard out of the
Yes,
sky,
I
and
feel
I'll
like
clear my
Hela
schedule and help
is
you
the
take over Asgard
perfect-
myself. Hulk. There's a chance you get a
perfect
little
Iron
too
Man
cocky
counter.
every now and then, jumping deep into enemy territory to try and smack the
Bro,
nearest
the thing with Hulk, right? He's all mean and green, right? But once he comes out of his strength and or like his Hulk ability, tell me not that everybody looks at him like looks at him like hey, there he is, get him! They all jump him immediately after he gets out of his ult just to say fuck you.
squishy support character around, but usually Hulk mains are pretty fun. Also, I don't know how to tell you this, but literally every player in this game starts foaming at the mouth when they see you take so much damage that you begin to revert back into Bruce
that's what I
Banner.
mean.
It's like watching a bunch of Labradors who haven't eaten all day waiting for food to get poured into their dish. Also, if you've ever imitated the line over the mic to your teammates, I want you to know that you're my favorite kind of person, Iron Fist. You would never admit it out loud, but you started off playing Spider-Man or some other high difficulty duelist because you wanted to dive in, kick the enemy Jeff to death, and
I just
swoop
liked
out
Iron
in a
Fist 'cause
breathtaking
I watched
display
the
of
series a
skill.
long time
But
ago.
you learned that Peter Parker was really hard to pop off with, and that
He
guy
is.
in the yellow outfit just
He is
beat
very
the
hard.
snot out of your team, so why not give him a try? When the seasons change and you eventually lose your plus 15% damage buff, you'll suddenly decide by pure pure coincidence that you're kind of tired of him and want to challenge yourself by learning somebody else. Iron Man. One day you had a huge epiphany when you
Gamers
realized
don't
that
look
about
up.
half the time, enemy players simply just don't look up when
Gamers
they
don't
fight.
look
And
up.
so
Yeah,
began
gamers
your
do not
aerial
look up.
war crime spree. Oh sure, every now and then a Hela or a Hawkeye will show up to ruin your fun, but when they're not around, you're happier than a pig in shit. You also have an extreme vendetta against Doctor Strange mains, as they've probably blocked more of your ultimates than you care to admit. Jeff the Land Shark. I mean, I could
just a
sit
good
here and give you a hard
boy.
time for willingly choosing to play one of the most hated characters in the whole roster, but honestly, what could I even say to you that you haven't already said to yourself in the bathroom mirror at 3 a.m.? You
What do you
proudly brag in the
mean?
post-game lobby when
He's
you get high kill
great.
matches despite the fact that you're playing a healer. Yeah, we'd all be impressed if 90% of those final blows weren't just you dragging the entire team off the map in your ult. Truth be told, you've driven more gamers
So?
to drink than EA. Loki, you wanted to play a healer,
He's
but
driven more gamers to drink than EA is crazy. But you know what? Screw it. I love the idea, you know? Of course, I would love to know that I'm somebody else's downfall, especially while playing Jeff. I am a hater, and I'm gonna hate.
you also have that vibe where you just have to be a little bit different and a little quirky, so you went with Loki.
I do
There's
wanna
like
try
a
Loki.
2% chance that you're one of the few Loki mains out there who genuinely makes 500 IQ plays, driving the other team insane with your top level mind games, and if that is you, respect. And if you heard me say all that and you're nodding your head to yourself going, yeah, he's talking about me, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but odds are I am not talking about you. Your team needs healing really badly, and they'd roundhouse kick a nun on Easter Sunday if it meant you'd switch to Mantis for just one game. Luna Snow. All right, we're having some
Hey,
fun
my
out here
main for
today, but I
support.
am not going to say anything bad about Luna Snow mains because honestly, they've saved my bacon more times than I can count, and nothing brightens my day faster than seeing a player insta-lock into Luna in the character selection screen. Dance on, you pop star angel healing
Thank
machines.
you, thank
Magic.
you.
Look, don't lie to me.
Oh, the character
There's a
wanna try out
good
next.
chance you originally picked this character based on her look alone.
her melee
She's the
damage
type
is
of bad
insane.
bitch you only wish you could have pulled at the Avenged Sevenfold concert, but alas, you'll have to settle for just watching her in third person, smacking the bejesus out of the other team.
Her
And
melee
you're
damage is
completely
good.
okay with that.
That's what I'm interested
Magneto.
about.
I feel like it's really easy to tell when you've bumped into a true Magneto main because they go hard, using their metallic curtain at exactly the right time, bubbling their teammates exactly when they need it the most, landing all their shots with perfect accuracy, and just being a huge nuisance all the time. You get incredibly giddy when there's a Scarlet Witch player on your team because it means you get to use one of the most
buff.
fun team-up attacks in the entire game, and it's gonna dial your lethality up to 11 for free. Sometimes you just straight up ask the local duelist on your team if they can go Scarlet Witch, and yeah, I get it. Mantis. In a game where half the lobby tries to lock in their
Mantises are
favorite
good. I have
duelist
yet to
right
meet a
away,
bad
praise
Mantis.
be to those out there who make our lives easier by
Mantises are scary though. Even as a DPS, I look at Mantis and I'm like, hey, don't be rash now. Don't be rash. Don't be rash now. After I watch Mantis put the Iron Fist to sleep and proceeds to skull fuck him, I'm like, don't be. It turns to me, don't be rash now, please, Mantis. That's a war crime. That's a war crime. You poor.
taking Mantis. Even
Yeah, it's
casual
just- it's
Mantis
fucked
mains
up.
are appreciated, although you may have to really get their attention for some healing every now and then. But the hardcore, sweaty Mantis mains are direct gifts from a higher
Yeah,
power. Taking
yeah.
out divers with sleep bombs and nailing sweet kill shots from downtown, all while healing their entire team non-stop. I truly wish that all the hardcore Mantis mains out there find a surprise $20 bill in their coat pockets tomorrow. Moon Knight. You're a sneaky little bastard, studying the map you're playing on harder than you ever studied for any midterm, looking for the best
Yes,
possible location
somebody
to
did
put
say a
your
lot.
Ankh. And God help the
His
other
ult
team
is
if they're
kinda
not ready
useless,
for you,
though, I'm
because
not
you'll
gonna
drop
lie.
a beast of a game on them out of nowhere. That,
His
or
ults
they'll
make
spot
up
and
for it,
break your
though.
Ankh in exactly 2 seconds, and you'll groan to yourself that you wish Moon Knight were better.
No,
Namor.
don't
I feel
touch
like
Moon
there are
Knight.
so
Moon Knight's
few
perfect.
discount Aquaman mains out there, but there's a
Namor,
good
now
chance
there's
you
somebody
enjoy
I
playing
played
him
a
just
lot.
because he's kind of
He's
funny.
amazing.
You love
He's
harassing
amazing.
people with turrets
Yeah, he's great for
nonstop, even though
harassment.
you secretly feel like they don't last long enough. And you always get a kick out of smacking some random jabroni in the face with a
Bro,
whale.
his
You
whale is
always
perfect
praise
for
the local
support-
Luna Snow mains who
support
honestly
killing.
probably forget that half the time they're giving
Because it's perfect. You threw your You do your call, and I instantly throw out at least 1 or 2 turns, and they get put to instant near death, and they fall back. Turns clean up the job, or I have to do it manually. But it's very easy. It's a point and click operation. There is no lose here. There is no losing. There is only winning with Namor, especially with the team up ability with the frozen guy, the little octopus. That's 3 turns. You could only have 2 at a time, but that's a refill faster.
Giving you a free buff. Penny Parker. Most of the time, Penny Parker mains are actually kind of chill, provided they're actually
sometimes.
playing correctly
They're
on the
great for
front
defense.
lines, using their webs and traps aggressively and not just hiding way in the back of the map. I think pennies are usually kind of fun to fight against too. They're always playing their fun little game of hide the nest. It's like Where's Waldo, but with guns. And who could hate that? Psylocke. Either you immediately gravitated to this character because she admittedly has a really badass character design and you just kind of dig her whole vibe, or you are the most fearsome, godforsaken support sniping bastard to ever walk this earth. You've mastered the art of dishing out insane damage in the blink of an eye, and before the other team even realizes their Luna Snow just got railroaded, you're already cloaked and halfway across the map. When this character finally gets the gift of a seasonal damage buff, watching this community have a collective meltdown as we witness the sheer chaos will be the sight of a lifetime. Punisher. Truth be told, you know he's more boring and plain than a loaf of store-bought Wonder Bread.
First character I played
is straightforward and easy to use. And that's really all that matters to you. Yeah, other characters get to be all powerful deities or wacky aliens, but to you, nothing beats the power of gun. And at the very least, you have the best ultimate in the game.
When I kill the god of death with a 12 gauge, it's just, yeah, everything is right in the universe. Everything is right in the universe, and I will not complain. I will not complain. I will not complain. I will not complain.
Game, which never fails to bring a smile to your face as you're ripping the enemy team a new one. Rocket Raccoon. You've got kind of a silly, wacky energy, and to be honest, I'm kind of here for it. Big respect to the Rocket mains out there who managed to put up insane healing numbers, because that goofy-ass gun isn't exactly an ideal heal when compared to the other support mains out there. Actually, you also get a little bit excited when you happen to get a group main on your team, so you can get your dose of hee it's just like the movie Power Fantasy. Scarlet Witch. So, you want to dish out good damage, but you can't really be bothered to do anything other than just sort of holding down M1 the entire game. Well, at the very least, you're not playing Hawkeye, so you got that going for you, I guess. Nah, for real, Scarlet Witch is fun. And even though you've been killed while popping your ult more times than you can count, at the end of the day, you have a good time playing her, and you make it work. Spider-Man. There are two types of Spider-Man mains in Marvel Rivals without exception. Absolutely, unequivocally insane gamers who fly around the map non-stop at Mach 5 and get twice the amount of kills as any other duelist in the lobby, or the guy who pulls out a decent play every now and then, but usually spends the entire match getting completely ragdolled by everyone and finishes the match with less damage dealt than the team healer. Either way, I salute you, Spidey mains. There's a good chance you just went 0-12, but I'm sure you'll get that sick clip in the very next game. Squirrel Girl. You either really like playing her because she's genuinely kind of fun and deals respectable damage.
This is the biggest epiphany in my life, right? I'm a good Junkrat player. I have fun playing them. But for the love of God, cannot play Squirrel Girl. I don't know why her attacks just don't connect. They don't connect. They don't connect for me. You know, I've tried game after game after game after game. They don't connect. And I'm left looking like an idiot as I let my team die. Alright? I'm there looking like a complete idiot as my team dies. Okay? Alright? It's a user error. Thank you for the bits, but user error? You damn right it's a user error. Alright? I feel like I just can't. I can't make it work. I miss everything. I can't make her work. I can make Junkrat work, but I can't make her work. And it's disappointing.
Damage. Or you're, how do I put this? You're parched, dehydrated, in need of a drink, let's say.
No, I would have paid out her bill. Moana does not meet family, okay? Moana, it's for all the thirsty guys in the group. Oh my god.
Look, man, really happy for you that the character model got successfully mined out of the game and all that stuff. Just keep the other team off the point and we're square. Star-Lord. There's a good chance you were a Tracer main in Overwatch and thought,
Yeah,
they're
big
not too
Tracer
far
vibes.
apart and decided to go for it. Either that or you like your high-risk, high-reward acrobat flanks too much to give up. And honestly, who could blame you? Storm. Oh, how you wish she were stronger, but you still have a lot of fun
don't
playing
even
Storm
know.
and proving the haters wrong
I
when you
haven't seen enough
flatten a
of
team
Storm.
that doesn't really know how to
Nobody
deal
really
with her,
plays
just
with her.
because not a lot of people play Storm and know what she's about. You enjoy her ultimate a ton and look out the window longingly waiting for that oh so important, I'm sure it's coming one day, definitely not copium character buff. Thor mains are kind of
Thors
wild.
are
I mean,
great.
look,
They're
we
aggressive
all
as
get
fuck,
annoyed by
though.
the healer at the back of the map just out of reach, but you took that extra personally. And to be completely fair, there's really nothing better than swooping to the back line and smacking
Yeah,
the
they
piss out of
chase
some
supports.
frail character with a hammer. It makes you forget all
Thors
about how
chase
laughably
supports.
easy it is to dodge your ultimate. Venom. You know, I'm a little torn here. On one hand, damn,
Venom
couldn't
feels like
bother to learn a harder or better tank,
easiest
huh?
to-
Just
just
had to go
Vanguard
with the
to
one
learn.
who's basically a more chunky duelist. On the other hand, though, between you and me, I get it.
But also the
Venom's
most
cool as
useless.
shit. His character design, the way he talks, the way he moves, all of it. Just don't come crying to me when the ult you popped doesn't get any kills. Again, Winter Soldier. It's really apparent when you run into a true Winter Soldier main because when
The
you
good ones
find
are
them,
good.
they pop the hell off immediately.
And then you hear the fucking again, 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 again. Please, faster. I don't need no more. I don't need no more. Please let me rest. You could. The ult is so fucking. It's so toxic. The biggest fuck you.
Their movements flow like a beautiful river, and even though a top-tier Winter Soldier will bury your team deep, you'll still giggle every time you hear him off in the distance shouting, "Again!" Wolverine. You've been bullied by enemy tank players to the point
haven't
where you
played
just
Wolverine
went, you know
yet.
what? Fuck this, and decided to go with the angry Canadian with a drinking problem, and you're never going back. And why would you? The Doctor Strange mains out here are getting too big for their britches, and by God, you're just the one to cut that ego down to size. Anything I forgot to mention? Let me know down in the comment section
Was
what
that it?
addendums or flat-out changes you
Damn.
would make for what hero. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.
Peace. All right, thank you. Ooh, with a really fuck you to the. Oh, I don't want to know because I'm a Luna Soulmate. I don't want to know that. Me personally, I choose peace. I choose life. I choose being ignorant to my death. Okay, all right, my future. Anyways, I just gotta say, I saw a pic from Marvel Rivals with the Fantastic Four, where I saw a pic of I don't know what it was. I think it was I know there's a lot of characters that I talked about that are gonna pop up in the new season. I saw there was what's his name? I think there was a Blade, which that's what I'm excited for. Okay, I mean personally, that and what's the guy on the horse and the on fire? Fuck his name. What his name is? Panstare. Something brighter. Skull Rider. Night Rider. Skull Riders. Skull. Fuck. I forgot his name. But yeah. Ghost Rider. There you go. All right. There you go. I'm very excited for Ghost Rider. I don't know why my brain did not work. Anyways, yeah, I'm very excited for those ones to come out eventually. All right. But that's gonna be all for me today. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. And you know, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, the video is gonna be in the top of the description down below. I do this all live on Twitch, so if you want to be here, part of the madness, bullying me like Chad is bullying me, harassing me, downright just abusive. Go ahead and follow me there. And besides that, I do post boo videos daily on YouTube. So you want those notifications? Put the bell, bling that bell. All right, you want to get the notification for those. Besides that, it's gonna be all for me today, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye bye, my lost souls.